Welcome everyone to Death Road. This road here is the most dangerous road in the world, I believe it says, according to in-game lore, and we're going to drive it today. It's really, really cool. This is definitely, if not the dangerous, it's definitely one of the cooler roads in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Today's episode is honestly mostly scenery, although there are some cool things to see along this road, and the lore of it's really cool, and the fact that it's here. And yes, it actually is called Death Road. Down here, I guess this is kind of the end of it here. It kind of goes, and pretty much really from here to here. It's a couple kilometers long in total. And yeah, Death Road. And there is some cool lore on it. We'll check that out when I get to an appropriate place. Let's drive a little bit up there. There's some cool stuff to see. Now, one funny thing. The first time I drove this road, when I first came here, and it popped that up on my screen. It said Death Road, the most dangerous road in the world or whatever. Pretty much right when I got that message on my screen, I passed a cartel guy who saw me and started pursuing me, and then Unidad. So the first time I was on this road, I was chased by the cartel and Unidad, and actually did almost fall to my death. This road gets very narrow, and it's actually really hard to drive this road fast, avoiding cars and pedestrians. Let's see what we have here. Oh, poor people. Oh, look at this. Supplies.
We'll let the rebels know where to find these supplies.
So the views up here are really, really awesome. We are in Monte Punku, I think is how you pronounce the name of the place. And it looks like it's just starting to rain. Now let's get up here to the road. It gets really, really steep, and there are a lot of wrecked cars and things like that up here. I guess just to bring attention to how dangerous this road is. There's a lot of grave markers. There's a lot of grave markers in those little roadside remembrance things up here. Although it's kind of funny, all the red cars you see at the top, you'd think the majority of them would be at the bottom, right? So the rain has turned into a complete downpour, and I cut the video here because I was going to wait it out. I swear, man, RNG is the Murphy's Law of video games. It was going to happen right when I started filming, but you know what? So anyway, I was going to cut this out, but I figured, you know what? I never film in the rain. I only film in bright, sunny, times. So, and the rain and the mud in this game is actually pretty cool. So let's drive this in the rain anyway. Why not? I really do think the weather in this game is pretty immersive. The thunder and lightning is really awesome. And sometimes the clouds will clear just enough that you can see the sun come through them. Like in certain places you can see the sun come down and hit the mountainsides. So what have we here? More little grave markers. Look at the traffic I'm holding up. I like to do these videos for you guys. Now this one, could be boring in some ways because mostly, we're just seeing scenery. But I figure a lot of the people who play this game don't take the time to do this kind of stuff. And it might be fun to say, hey, I don't want to go all the way to this place and check out what's potentially nothing, so I'm going to watch this video of someone else checking it out. Hey, I think it's really worth it. This is beautiful stuff. So if you don't want to do this yourself, I do hope that you like these videos. Let's see. I did go up on that ledge, and there's nothing there but a good view. So we got some more wrecked cars. More wrecked cars. It gets really, oh wow. It gets really narrow and shelf roady up here. Really windy. And of course there is a mission up here. So I guess some of you probably have been up here because there is a mission up here to sink the antennas. Which forces you to race the entire length of this road. So some of you probably have seen this road. Probably at breakneck speed. Because I haven't done that mission here yet, but those antenna sinking missions are always a serious race against time. So we're just going around this one valley. Oh, there's a little town down there. That's Bella Silva or Bella Silva. I'm actually not sure how to pronounce that. Yeah, that's what we're seeing, yeah. Cool. How far is that? Let's see. How far is that little town? A mile. Oops. That's crazy. So crazy how big everything in this game is. I mean, assuming these distances, you know, are correct. Well, hey, at least I let the cars pass me. So what else is up here? I love the way when it rains and the mud piles up on the roads, and you'll get those like gutters of rainwater accumulating along the side of the road. It's really cool. Never seen a game do that. And even though I know this is kind of silly and just rambling now, but it is cool how even when the mud sprays up in your car, you know, it's different colors depending on what zone you're in. Some zones have like really dark red clay and you get red mud on your car. I have traveled between zones to see if I can mix colors of mud on my car, and I don't think it does. Just a side note. Oh wow. Some dead rebels or suspected rebels. Or probably just locals who the cartel felt like killing, to be honest. If you've done any missions in San Mateo, you know that the cartel pretty much just strings up or imprisons anyone they think might be a rebel. Got another car rack up here. So there is some lore on this road. There's a Kingslayer file up here. And I wanted to get to one of the cooler markers, and then I was going to open that up. Because there are some interesting markers up here. Yeah, driving up the most dangerous road in the world in a rainstorm. A cross and a severed pig's head. Of course, those two go together well. And then some more grave markers. It says something like... Well, I'll get to the lore here in a second. It's this next stop up here, I think. I thought was kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah, not a road you want to drive super, super fast, because sometimes there's lots of pedestrians, and here we go. I've never run over or killed so many civilians that it ended my game, but I understand that it can. Oh, it looks so cool. The way the light hits when the water's in the ground, it actually looks wet. So anyway, I thought this was kind of cool. You got this little cross marker here, and you got these car parts leaned up against it. It kind of reminds me of, there's that monument at the tail of the dragon. It's this really curvy road, and I think it's West Virginia. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's a real popular destination for motorcycle riders. And it's like a... What is it? It's like a 30-mile stretch of road. It has like 300 some turns. I think it's shorter than that, actually, but it has like hundreds and hundreds of turns. It's a real popular destination for motorcyclists, and it's also known really well for motorcycle wrecks because of all the curves and the sport bike riders who like to ride it really fast. Well, anyway, there's a tree on the tail of the dragon, and it's just covered top to bottom with parts of motorcycles, as you know, like a monument to all the bikes who've wrecked there. And that's just kind of what this reminded me of here. They did this little thing here on the top of Death Road. This is probably one of the more dangerous portions of it. So there is some lore on this, and in the Kingslayer file up here. Let's see, why did I go this way? It's here. Let's see, the Death Road. The Death Road is a 50-kilometer road connecting La Paz to the northern tropical area of Yungas. Built in the 1930s, it soon turned into a major transit route. However, the slippery and narrow slope is considered one of the most dangerous roads in the world. An average of 200 people fall into the precipice each year, most of them truck drivers and bus passengers. A safer road was constructed, but the Death Road is still used by some old trucks and tourists. I wonder if there's any truth to that. Yes, there is. I just had to stop the video recording and Google. Yes, this actually is a road. I'm sure it doesn't look like this, and it's not here because this is a fictitious representation of Bolivia. But yes, everything in that Kingslayer file is true. How about that? How cool is that? I hope that anyone who started watching the video is still watching it, because I did not expect to actually find some cool info here. But everything I read was 100% true. And I was going to say, because in the Kingslayer file it says this is 50 kilometers long, and I was like, dude, this is like 2 clicks. You know, this is not 50 kilometers. Well, because the actual road, I'm actually looking at it on Wikipedia right now, it's 56 kilometers long. That's very, very interesting. Oh, and this was a cool view. That's why I stepped out here. It looked really cool the way you can see the sun hitting down into that valley. The weather in this game, everything in this game is so damn immersive. Let's keep going. There's one cool shrine, and then we're kind of out of the Death Road, really. Let's see. Let's go down here. Getting all muddy. That is so cool. The death road is real. It's really interesting. Yeah, just go to Google, type in Bolivia Death Road. That's what I did. Very cool. We have some similar roads like that here where I live. We have roads here that are actually paved, that are main roads that I won't drive in the winter because they're actually worse looking than this. Oh, this is cool. The sun's starting to come out. This is when the rain looks really cool. Like when the sun starts to come out. I know you guys, if you play this game, you've all seen the weather. We've all seen it, but it's just cool. I love how the light reflects off the wet surfaces. That's just really neat. That's something really, really cool. Where is that? Here it is. Here's that shrine. This is probably one of the cooler places on the road. Besides the significance that I tied to that cross. This is cool. It's like, there's lots of places where there's grave markers and stuff up here, but this is like actually a shrine. It has this cool statue. I didn't do a lot of research on this road, just enough to see that it's real. So who knows how much more of this stuff actually exists on the road. It might be kind of cool to check out. That's a pretty neat statue. What is that at her feet? Is that a snake? It is. It's a snake at her feet. Interesting. Guys, this episode actually turned out to be much more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be scenery and grave markers, but this place is really, really cool, and it actually does exist in real life. So, guys, I hope you liked my episode on the death road of Bolivia. It's very cool. Comment below and tell me what you think. I'm really loving doing this series, and I hope you guys like it too. Guys, it's been a real pleasure, and until next time, my name is Darkdally. I will see you all later.